Welcome to my NFL Week 11 picks video. Last week I was 9-5 straight up and 6-8 against the spread. I will try to do better this week. I invite you to please play along and post your picks in the comment section. We start off the week with an AFC East rivalry game with the Jets invading New England. The Patriots are a massive 12.5 point favorite and over-under is 43.5. Both teams are coming off big wins. The Patriots are tied for an NFL best 8-2 record and a 7-game winning streak. With a win Thursday, New England would obtain the number 1 seed until Sunday's results are tallied. The Jets, with win number 2 last week, damaged their draft position, but they do have a ton of draft picks, so maybe the number 1 overall pick isn't that important. This game is going to be closer than you think. New York covers, but New England wins. Patriots 27, Jets 20. Sunday's action starts off in Spain with the Dolphins and Commanders. Miami's a 2.5 point favorite and over-under is 47.5. I'm not sure how these two teams will respond. Miami had its biggest win of the year last week, while Washington had a devastating loss. If these two teams played like they did last week, Miami will win by 50. However, I think Washington will come out fighting. This game should be entertaining, so let's go Miami 31, Washington 28. Next up is an NFC South rivalry game with the Panthers traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Atlanta's a 3.5 point favorite and over-under is 42.5. With a win, Atlanta can get back in the playoff hunt, but with a loss at 3-7 are basically eliminated from playoff contention. Carolina at 5-5 can still, with a win, fight for the NFC South title because they still play the Bucs twice. I'm not really sure on this one, but I think Atlanta gets it done at home. Falcons 29, Panthers 25. Next up is a good one as Tampa goes north to Buffalo. The Bills are a 5.5 point favorite and over-under is 48.5. Both teams had tough losses last week, but the difference is the Bills' streak of 5 straight AFC East titles is in severe jeopardy as they trail New England by 2 games. Tampa has a solid 1.5 game lead in the South, and I don't think they will have the same level of urgency. I like Buffalo here, but it's close. Bills 27, Bucs 23. Next up is an AFC South showdown with the Texans traveling to Tennessee. The Titans are a 6.5 point home dog and the over-under is 38.5. With an improbable win last week, the Texans kept their playoff hopes alive. If the season ended today, the Titans for the 2nd straight year would have the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Tennessee continues their crusade for the number 1 overall pick Sunday. Texans 23, Titans 11. Next up is an NFC North rivalry game as Chicago travels to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Minnesota's a 3.5 point favorite and over-under is 48.5. Chicago at 6-3 occupies the 6th seed currently with a half-game lead over Green Bay. Minnesota at 4-5 with a loss isn't mathematically eliminated, but is pretty much out of the playoff picture. Hope stays alive in Minnesota. Vikings 23, Bears 20. Next up is Green Bay traveling to New York to play the Giants. New York's a 7.5 point home dog and over-under is 43.5. New York fired their head coach this week and is using former Chiefs quarterback coach and current offensive coordinator Mike Kafka to finish the year as head coach. In gambling circles, sports bettors know to put action on intern head coach their first week. Green Bay, thanks to a 2-game losing streak, went from leading the NFC North to now they are in 3rd and occupy the 7th seed in the playoffs by only a half a game. Folks, when a coach is fired, the team usually perks up. I recommend taking the points only, but I'm calling for an upset. Giants 19, Packers 17. Next up is an AFC North rivalry game as Cincinnati travels to Pittsburgh. The Steelers are a 5.5 point favorite and over-under is 48.5. Cincinnati is fresh off a bye while Pittsburgh lost in LA on Sunday night. With the Steelers' defensive issues, I'm tempted to take a fresh Bengals team, but I don't have faith in Cincinnati. Expect a fun game, but Pittsburgh comes out on top. Steelers 31, Bengals 24. The final early game as the Chargers going back east to play the Jags. Jacksonville's a 2.5 point home dog and the over-under is 43.5. Fun fact, this is the 4th time the Chargers traveled to the East Coast for an early game. They are 2-1 in those games, winning the last 2. Jacksonville blew a 29-10 4th quarter lead against a division opponent last week, and I don't see them recovering. Give me the Chargers 27, Jags 17. In our first afternoon game, we have a good one, an NFC West rivalry game loaded loaded with playoff ramifications as Seattle travels to LA to play the Rams. LA's a 3.5-point favorite, over-under is 48.5. Both teams are an NFC best 7-2, and the loser better beware because the 49ers are 6-4 and have beaten both teams once already this year. Both teams have top 5 scoring offenses, top 5 scoring defenses, and MVP candidates at quarterback. I'm not going to overthink this one. I'll take the home team now and most likely in week 16 when they play again. Rams 20, Seahawks 17. Next up is the other NFC West matchup with the 49ers traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Arizona's a 2.5-point home dog and the over-under is 48.5. While I'm making this video, it's not settled on who is playing quarterback for the Niners, but I expect Mac Jones to start again. For Arizona, Jacoby Brissett will start, and I'll be a little honest here, I'm kind of surprised the line's only 2.5. 49ers 27, Cards 16. Next up is an AFC North matchup with the Ravens traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns. Cleveland's an 8.5-point home dog and the over-under is 39.5. After losing to the Jets, the Browns might have just given up on the season, while Baltimore, despite a 1-5 start, has won 3 straight and is in great shape for a playoff push. Don't overthink this one. Ravens 29, Browns 16. Next up in our final afternoon game, it's an AFC West rivalry game with the Chiefs traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. Denver's a 3.5-point home dog and the over-under is 44.5. It's rare when you have the best record in the NFL, tied for the current longest winning streak with 7 straight wins, and you are a home underdog. The logic behind it is Andy Reid is 21-4 lifetime in games following a regular season bye week, and Bo Nix has played really poorly over the last 2 weeks. Denver's defense is elite, but the Chiefs' defense isn't bad. They're 4th in points allowed and 6th in yards. Plus, they have Patrick Mahomes. Chiefs 24, Broncos 20. Sunday Night Football is a good one. It's a possible NFC Championship preview with the Lions traveling to Philly to play the Eagles. Philly is a 2.5-point favorite and over-under is 46.5. The Eagles trade for Jalen Phillips paid off last week as he had big impact on the Philly defense, and they need to help with the Lions offense coming into town, scoring an average of 31.4 points per game, 2nd best in the NFL. What gets overlooked about the Lions is their defense is better than most people think. Their 30 sacks is 4th in the NFL, and their defense is 7th in yards allowed. I could praise Jalen Hurts for only throwing 1 interception this year and leading the Eagles to 5 rushing touchdowns, but the truth is he looks off throwing the ball at times. I'm going to go with a slight upset here on Sunday night. Lions 30, Eagles 25. We end week 11 on Monday night with the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Vegas to play the Raiders. Vegas a 3.5-point home dog and the over-under is 50.5. Dallas made a few moves at the trade deadline to make a playoff push and keep their slim postseason hopes alive on Monday night. Cowboys 28, Raiders 20. These are my picks, but I really want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your favorite team, favorite game, or pick every single game and post them below. I can't wait to hear from you. Enjoy the video and I look forward to seeing you back next week.